Hi, welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about the importance of us gaining our senses back and pretty much just kind of like how our senses were kind of taken from us for quite some time. I mean, we still had our senses, but I just don't think they were as like heightened as they are now. But I just want to talk about the importance of our senses and finally connecting with all of our senses more now so than ever. And I was just kind of thinking about like when the electricity goes out or if the electricity gets shut off, and kind of like how we're all able to just kind of all be quiet at the same time. Like if you think about if the electricity goes out in a neighborhood or in your city, in your town, and it's like everything finally is like still. Everyone's brains are still. You just like everyone's thoughts are still. The whole moment, the whole room, everything is just like still. And it's like when we're in that moment of just being completely still, everybody normally when the electricity goes out, you get a flashlight or, you light a candle, and you just sit there and wait until the electricity comes back on. But I really just want to talk about that moment of silence when you're just completely sitting down with the electricity like out. So it was kind of just making me think about like, for example, if the electricity went out and let's just say you're sitting down with a family member or someone you live with or a loved one, and let's just say that loved one is eating a bowl of cereal or like a bowl of oatmeal or something, right? And the electricity is out. So everyone's just sitting down, but the person that's, sitting there with you, they're eating, let's just say they're eating a bowl of oatmeal, and you're like able to actually hear and really like focus on the tiniest of things that you normally wouldn't even pay attention to if the electricity was on or if the TV was on or if the music is on or if a bunch of people are talking in the house, like, or people in the neighborhood are talking down the street. It's like in that moment, since everyone is so still, just the smallest thing of a family member eating a bowl of cereal, like you're actually able to like hear the spoon like hitting the bowl. You're able to actually like focus on if they're like eating oatmeal or something, right? You're able to actually like smell the oatmeal that they're eating. Like you can focus on the let's just say they're eating like cinnamon apple raisin oatmeal, and then just like you can actually smell the raisins in the oatmeal and like focus on it and appreciate it and feel that moment and be like, wow, like I can smell the raisins. I can appreciate the smell of raisins, and I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm just focused on that smell, or or I smell the apples that are in the oatmeal. Like you're able to really smell the aroma and appreciate just that moment of you just smelling the apples as your family member is eating a bowl of oatmeal. So I was just kind of thinking about this because I was like, wow, just those tiny little things can get missed on a daily if it's just a bunch of other things kind of happening at once. But even just down to so the person that's eating a bowl of oatmeal, even down to like their mannerisms, like how your family member is sitting down. Like you might not have even noticed different things that they do while they're eating or as they're talking, like the smallest detail that you would normally miss. I feel like you can really focus on even more when everything is like shut off and everything is like closed down. Everyone is quiet. Everyone's brain is shut off. Everyone's brain is like finally, I don't say shut off, but everyone's brain is like quiet. Then it's like you're actually like looking at your family member like, wow, like I'd never even noticed that my family member, I don't know, they twiddle their fingers slowly right before they wipe their mouth after they eat. Like, I don't know, it could be anything super small, but it's like, hey, I never really paid attention to that before until now. It's like you're able to like focus on that. and just appreciate, even if they're talking about something. And it's like you're actually able to really hear, really like sit and hear what the person is saying and what they're trying to get across. And honestly, if everyone is sitting in silence, you probably don't even have to do any talking. And that's probably where we all should be anyway, because I feel like, I mean, talking in general is just like, I don't know, even with me talking right now, it's just like, we don't really have to talk. It's just the only way that we can communicate now. But I feel like if everything could just get back to stillness and just like everyone is just at a very quiet space in the mind and everyone is just real calm, you don't even have to, I don't even think we'd have to even talk to each other anymore. It's just all off of feeling, all off of the emotion, like all your senses. Like you can actually really feel somebody else because it's like you're actually focused on them, and then you can see, like, you can actually appreciate the smallest of things that somebody does that you may not even pay attention to. But yeah, I think this is so important because I kind of feel like, you know, the world could really benefit from that. And even if the electricity was to go out today or tomorrow, or let's just say the whole system shuts down or something like that, like I think that would just be pretty beneficial, I think, to the whole entire world, because it would force us all to just literally sit down, and what are we going to do? It's not like we can go get on the phone and call you. No, it literally forces you to just sit there and then just, hey, like, let me go eat a bowl of cereal. Let me go do that. Let me go eat a bowl of oatmeal. Let me just focus on my oatmeal right now. Let me look at the oatmeal. Let me appreciate the oatmeal. Let me appreciate the bowl that I'm eating the oatmeal out of. Let me appreciate the spoon that I'm like, let me focus on all of those things, because, you know, if we're watching TV or if we're doing with something else, it's like that little piece will just kind of get missed. So I think that this would really prepare humanity and prepare everybody for the bigger picture here, and to prepare us for the full transformation of everybody, of the humanity, of the planet, so that we can finally merge back to that piece of us that we forgot about, or the piece of us that we kind of set to the side because, you know, or the piece of us that really is, the piece of us that's just like connected to all of our senses naturally, like, and just feels everything. Like we can just feel and just move along very, like, we can just all kind of like be connected. But I feel like that's like the natural piece of us that we kind of have to kind of put to the side, because the Matrix version of us is so busy playing this fake game that we're so busy just playing the game that we forget about that piece of us that really is connected to the now, that really is connected to our senses, that's really connected to what we smell, what we hear, what we see, and can really like focus on that. We're to the point where we don't even have to talk anymore because there's no need to speak. Like, what are we talking about? Because we're all so connected that we're just in that space. We're in that energy. And I feel like it's happening now, but it's just amazing because it just shows that just those little pieces of ourselves were kind of like being suppressed, I guess, through years. And we kind of forgot to just really appreciate every little thing, every little moment, every little, like I said, it could be like if you're hanging out with your family, or you're, if the electricity goes out and you're actually able to just really like vibe out with like a family member that you just like, hey, I never even knew that my cousin did this. I didn't even know that my anyone. It's like, I didn't even know that you operated like that when you're eating food, or when you're picking your nails, or when you're anything. It's just like, wow, that's pretty cool. But you can learn a lot about people just through that, and just like no distractions, just all about the the feeling in using your senses, because it's kind of also like being at the park too. Like if you go to the park and you're just outside for a certain amount of time, you start to kind of like, I don't know, you kind of start to become like an animal, because animals, like I always say this, because animals don't have any distractions. They don't have anything to kind of like mess up their senses. So they're just so connected to everything that their hearing is like at 100, their smell is at 100, their taste is at 100. Like they're so connected. And it's like we can get to that state too. But I was just saying that it's like, even if we're like in the park, or if you're in the park for a long amount of time, you will start to become one with everything, like everything around you. So you're connected to the birds, you're connected to the trees, you're connected to the grass, you're connected to the water. The ocean, the lake, whatever. You're connected to the tide. You're connected to everything. And you start feeling everything around you. Like you can sense the smallest of things that you may not be able to sense if you're indoors, or if you're just mouse all day long staring at the TV or staring at your phone all day. Like you kind of miss those little tiny anything that just kind of may just go by your head. But if you're just like outside, if you're just sitting outside for like hours, and just go to the park and just sit there, or just walk around, and you'll literally start merging with everything, like everything. You'd be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I didn't even know I had these senses. I had no idea. But you can really like notice that, like even with, like I said, with like your hearing, you can like hear things outside in the park, to the point where you're just like, sometimes you don't even have to even look over your shoulder, because you can feel, it's like you can feel like a person standing nearby you. You can kind of feel if it's like an animal in the bushes in the distance, like you can feel that. Sometimes you don't have to look. You just like, okay, I know it's something over there. I can feel it. It's like, it just shows how connected we really truly are. And, people are finally going to be able to connect to their true feelings, to their true emotions, to their true, your senses, what you feel, without nothing getting in the way of that, or any like outside noise from the computer generated world. It is what it is. So, but yeah, I was just thinking about this, because I'm like, wow, I kind of do feel like something is going, like everything is just going to shut off. And who knows if fluffy people do this just for whatever reason they're trying to do it for, but I don't really care about that. It's just, I think that it's going to be beneficial to the whole entire world, even if they shut everything off, because that's actually a good thing. If the whole entire system shuts down, the whole dome shut off the whole entire thing, then that means that whatever energies that were kind of sprinkled around, the different like frequencies that don't belong here, that means that those energies wouldn't be able to just keep kind of festering in people. So this is what I was thinking about. I'm like, okay, wow, if everything shuts off, that's a good thing. Actually, it's a good thing for everybody, because it is with everything shutting off. Again, those energies, those manipulation energies in the air, energies of whatever, lying, abuse, whatever, it's just in the air. It means that energy can't exist anymore. And I was thinking about this as far as like, if the electricity goes out, or just using it as an example, because I always felt like as soon as the electricity goes out, you literally feel still. Everything feels like calm. You feel everyone around you. Everyone's like thoughts are just like, ooh, like, whoa, like still, completely still. So I'm imagining if like, okay, wow, if the world can feel like that, like all the time, well, why would there be any, the energy of manipulation, abuse, lying, I don't know, stealing from people, anything that's just like chaotic energy, chaos. I don't even think it would even be a thing anymore. I don't even think that energy would exist, because that's the thing. It's like if that energy is in the air through the different frequencies that fluffy people throw out there, because if they're throwing that energy out there and they're waiting to see how people react to it. Like, okay, well, let's see what the minions do. Let's see if the if the minions are going to act chaotic because we put out the energy of chaos today. So let's see what happens. Or we put out the energy of abuse. Let's see if they start punching each other. Like, I don't know. This is what it is. And it's just like, wow, if that energy just did not exist at all, the whole thing is shut, like, off. Just turn it off. Everything is off. People's brains would actually start to go right back into how we're supposed to be feeling anyway, which would allow us to connect to our senses all over again, like animals. And it's like, or like nature, like trees and grass and flowers, like we would be able to really just be. And then that energy, those energies that are out there would no longer exist. So, and again, humans, we're very sensitive to any energy, but we're very sensitive to like low frequency energy, and that will throws our whole entire like everything off. And it's like everything gets like all scrambled, and your brain gets scrambled, and it's like so many thoughts going in your head, and you're like, these aren't even my thought. Like, what in the, this is not how it's supposed to be. Like, we're all supposed to just be still and then just be like real chill, real calm. Like, everybody should be that way. So again, with shutting everything off, the whole computer energy that goes along with it. So the whole game of it just gets shut off. And again, that energy can't exist. It can't fester. And it's like everyone would finally just be, I firmly believe that it's like everyone can finally get to the point of everyone's happy all the time. Because again, if the energy is the energy of them putting like the chaotic energy out to people and seeing what people do, and, down to, it could be the smallest of things. It could just be like, well, let's see what the minions do if we put out the energy of everyone running to the store to buy, to buy chocolate covered grapes today. And let's see how many people go out to buy chocolate covered grapes. And then let's just see how much of it that they eat. And then it's like, what? It's just like, to me, I'm like, what the heck? Who would do this to people? But I'm telling you, this whole system thing is like, it's really strange. It's goofy to me, because I'm like, what energy would want to just see like what people do if they put the energy out there to just go, if they just want everyone to go to the store on a certain day at a certain time to go buy chocolate covered grapes, because they want people to eat chocolate covered grapes until they, explode. Like, I don't know. So it's like, if they put that out there to everybody, and then it's like, you start noticing everyone gets up and everyone's just, I have a taste for I have a taste for chocolate covered grapes today. I don't even know why. I'm just going to go to the store and get it. And it's like, wait a minute, what? No, you didn't want to get those chocolate covered grapes. And then you start noticing like people will go to the store, and it's like a bunch of people are getting chocolate covered grapes, and then chocolate covered grapes are sold out in the store on one particular day. It's like, what? So you wanted to see what people would do, and then you want them to just eat chocolate covered grapes until they, but I don't know. But it's like, it's really like stupid stuff, small stuff that's just like being tested just to see what people do and to see how they react, and to see them go run to the stores to go do stuff at a certain time on a certain day. And it's like, why are y'all, what in the world is this for? So again, if the whole system is shut down, if the whole thing is off, I just think that there can be no more manipulate. There could be no more of that energy, because everybody can be still now. So it really allows you to really tune in to you, and then be like, okay, here I go. Like, okay, I'm feeling good. And it's just like, that's just how I feel. I feel great. So if everyone's feeling great, and if everyone is just happy, and then that's just what it is. Everyone's happy. It's like Sunnyvale. Everyone can just be happy-go-lucky, jolly all the time. And we can all be like that. We can go outside and wave to the animals, and the animals will wave back at us. Like, I'm serious. Like, that is what I think it's coming down to, because it's just like having us go back to that energy of the stillness, and not being able to have the different things around us just mess up our, oh boy, everyone could just literally be happy every day, all day, because those other energies would not exist anymore, which means you wouldn't have people out here, I don't know, having bad thoughts about something. You wouldn't have anyone, jealousy wouldn't exist, envy wouldn't exist. Like, why would that exist? Like, no one would care about that stuff, because that energy is gone. The whole thing is shut off, which means the different frequencies that they're putting in the air through the electronics and through different, that's off. It'd be shut off. So that means What are we mad about? Why is anyone sad? Why is anyone depressed? Why? It doesn't exist. Why does that energy exist? It should never exist. Everybody should just be in their own state of just bliss and happiness all the time. It's only until this other stuff starts to mess with our frequency, because we are electrical too. Like we're energy. So you have our energy along with those other frequencies in the air, and it conjumbles with ours, and it messes up really how we should feel. And then it's like, what the heck? Why do I feel all lopsided? Because you're not supposed to feel lopsided. We're all supposed to just be cool, calm, collective all day, every day. Every day is just supposed to be smooth. So, yeah, but I think this is like, it's happening right now. But, it kind of was also making me think about like have you ever been to like this Disney World or whatever, and you tried, like, if you got on some other like simulation games and stuff, or simulation rides, and I'm trying to think of one that's kind of like, if you ever been on like the Harry Potter ride, it's like a simulation type of situation or whatever. So you go into the Harry Potter world or whatever. So if you ever been on that ride, it's kind of like if someone just like forced you to stay, literally, if someone just said, I want you to stay on the Harry Potter ride in Disney World, just stay on the ride for the rest of your life. Just keep riding, just keep riding that, the ride, like just into your last days, just keep doing it. Like, I literally think anyone would literally lose their mind, because it's like, yeah, just stay on that ride along with the theatrics, along with the boom sounds and the clashes from the ride, and a bunch of people talking at once on the ride, and it's like, okay, who can even survive like that? Like that's not even, I always say this too, because that's not even our natural habitat, and that's kind of how the world operates, but that's not even how we're supposed to be operating. Like, it's just too much it's too much stuff that's messing our alignment up. So like, again, yeah, if you were to be forced to sit on the Harry Potter ride for the rest of your life, I think everyone on that ride would go bonkers. Like, everyone would lose their mind, because you're on there being swung around. And then it's like, you have all the theatrics, you got the people talking in front of you, the simulation thingy, and then the noises, the background noises, and it's like, what? And then you had the people on the ride that are talking, they laughing, they giggle, and this is all happening. Ouch! That just hit my arm. This is all happening at the same time. So it's just kind of like, what the heck? So if that's all happening, and it's just all happening at once, and then as soon as you just cut it off, let's just say, then the person finally turns the Harry Potter ride off and just goes, shoop, shuts it off. And then it's just like, you're sitting on the ride, and then let's just say the lights come on in the studio. Cause a lot of times in some of those simulation rides, it's like in a studio. So when you shut it off, and then you're looking around, and you're just like, hey, what the, you're dangling in the air, your feet are dangling in the air, and you're just looking down like, okay, so this is a room. This is a whole studio with a chair and a desk down there. Like, this is not even a game. Like, what are we doing? So, but as soon as that gets shut off, then it's like everything is silent. Everything is quiet. There's nothing coming in from this way, coming in from that way. A bunch of different people's thoughts, and everyone's talking, and it's like, whoa, what in the world? That is, I don't know what the heck that is, but that's kind of like what I'm saying, where it's like, yeah, if someone were to cut off the Harry Potter ride, that's the same thing with this. It's like, yeah, cut it, just shut it off, turn it off, because there's too many frequency energies, and it's just too many things that are kind of not supposed to be here in the first place, and it messes up the alignment of everything. Like, I think it even messes up the alignment of how things should flow, even down to like nature sometimes too, because it kind of it will throw things off. And it's like, it's not, I don't really think things are supposed to be like that. I think it's just supposed to be just like, real cool, calm, and collective. That's it. So, just with the whole system being quiet and being just shut, off, being muted, everyone's finally able to come down, and then everybody you can really hear yourself. I mean, of course it is like meditation, but it's I think it's even better for the entire world, because it actually would force the entire world to just literally just stop, sit down, just stop thinking, overthinking. All this talking and everyone's doing, and it's noise in the cars and traffic and horns honking and people running outside, the holiday shopping. It's just, what in the world is everybody doing? It's just too much. Everyone just be quiet, sit down, stop. Because this is not even what you're even supposed to be doing. This is energy out there that's making you want to hop up and go do something at a certain time. You don't even know why you want to do that. And I always think about that too, because even sometimes if I something down to like even food, like I said, if I have a taste for something to eat, I'm just like, oh, I want to go get, I have a taste for something like sweet or something. Right. And I normally don't want, I can say like a Cinnabon or something. I want a Cinnabon. It's like, well, I never wanted a Cinnabon in a very long time. Like, why all of a sudden do I just have a strong taste for Cinnabon? Like so it's like, okay, well, maybe this is something that some energy or whatever wants everyone to go by. And then I swear, it's like if I have a taste for something, I go to the store, it's like I'll notice that like other people are getting like that item too. And I'm like, what is this? Is this like a hot commodity? Like everyone wants a Cinnabon all of a sudden today? Like, why does everyone want a Cinnabon? And you didn't want a Cinnabon 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, but you want a Cinnabon today. So it's like, what? And then you'll see other people in the stores and they're buying the Cinnabons. I'm like, what in the heck? So that's how I catch it. And I'm like, wait, why? Okay, maybe I don't want no Cinnabon. I don't know. And then if you go back to the store, you know, if I go back and then I notice the Cinnabons that I got they're all out of stock. And it's like, it's really, so everyone wanted that. And then it's like down to the brand too. I'm like, so everyone wanted that particular brand of Cinnabons on this day and now they're sold out. Come on. And then you'll see and then there's a bunch of other Cinnabons that is on the shelf that nobody touched. And it's like, okay, well, I don't know, but I think about that sometimes. So again, if that doesn't exist, if the manipulation in the air doesn't exist anymore due to all of these electronic energies and, you know, and the different waves that they put out there. And I have no idea that the different, they try to block different things to that. They can't do that anymore, but it's still like little frequency energies out there because it's all this electronics and stuff is on, and it's like, and then the electronics are listening to you too. It's too much. It's way too much. And I think it just throws off, it throws off how we're really supposed to be operating, and it throws off our stillness again. And it throws in our senses too. So our senses kind of just get missed. And then you literally forget that just smelling the food that you cooked on a certain day, or actually hearing someone talk or hearing music and actually being able to like hear each note and focus on each note, like that will get like brushed off a lot of times if it's too many different things going on, or if the system, the Harry Potter game is still on, how are you going to be able to hear a song that someone wants you to listen to if you're on the Harry Potter game? Literally, I'm just thinking about how is that going to work? If someone's like, hey, I want you to listen to this song. Can you really just listen to it? Okay. You're trying to listen to the song that someone wants you to listen to in one ear and then in the other. But again, you're literally still sitting on the simulation Harry Potter ride and you're being swung around and all this other stuff while you're still trying to really listen to the notes and the keys that the person is playing on the song. How are you going to be able to do that? It's impossible. It's impossible. So I look at this world the same exact way. It's the same thing until you shut it completely off. Just shut it off or turn off the things that aren't supposed to even be here in the first place. Get rid of the things and the energies that aren't supposed to be here in the first place. And then, okay, then someone's like, hey, do you want to listen to this song? Then you can actually like, yeah, I can hear the song now. Let me like really focus on the song and hear every note, every key, and really appreciate that moment, appreciate the song that I'm listening to, and really vibe with it, and connect with it. That is most important than anything else, I think. So, yes, but that is it for today. I just wanted to share a quick message about our senses and about how really connected we are and how we are feeling that energy again. And if the whole system or the dome or whatever were to be shut off, how beneficial that would be to the entire planet, to the entire world, to people. It would just be so beneficial to everybody to finally appreciate our senses again and to really feel it and to sit with it. And man, I just think it's incredible. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a wonderful day.